Hello and welcome to part 7 of our Britannia cruise from October 2021. In this episode, we're sat on our balcony having a quick chat about all the aspects of the cruise that we've enjoyed so far. It's filmed in 2 parts and I do apologise for the quality of the sound towards the end of the video. We're sat here on the balcony together enjoying the sunshine. How are you enjoying your cruise?
It's great, actually. There's an awful lot of differences between this and our previous cruises this year, which were the staycation cruises. And in particular, we can compare the first Britannia cruise that we went on in June with what's happening now. Immediately, you noticed a difference in the lifts because previously we've only had a maximum of 4 people allowed in a lift at one time, and everybody had to stand in the corners with their feet on the little feet on the floor, and there was no talking. Now you can have more people in the lifts. The little foot places have been taken away, but they're still advising, where possible, no talking. The other things I've noticed are in the theatre. Social distancing has gone in the theatre, so they can actually fill up more seats, but you still have to wear a mask, which I find a little bizarre, because then you can walk out of there, go straight to the other end of the ship, sit in a seat that's not socially distanced, so you can have people from another travel bubble sitting beside you, and because you're sat at a table, you don't have to wear a mask. Crackers.
Are you enjoying the fact that you can now mix in the dining room and have shared tables?
Yeah, if you can get to the stage of being asked if you would like to share a table, then yes, you can do that. That takes us back to days previously when we were able to do that. It's not quite club dining, but we've been quite lucky in the fact that some of the tables we've been put on are waitered by the same people, so we have actually struck up a rapport with some of the waiters. But yes, it's nice.
We've been very lucky up to now with the embarkation that we've had each time that we've come on this summer. How did it go this time?
Embarkation was quite good. We had half an hour wait for our COVID test. Then straight from there to park the car. Car was parked. We went in. We got our negative results relatively quickly. Straight through priority check-in and onto the ship. Went to our muster station. Came back to the cabin. Watched the muster video. And then we had to hurry down to our embarkation lounge on board, where on here we were treated to an a la carte meal again, as we were at the end of June. So Britannia seems to be doing a 3-course sit-down dinner for its higher loyalty level guests, and Iona seems to be doing a buffet. Both were nice, but the harissa lamb was absolutely gorgeous this time. Have you been able to identify any downsides of the changes at all?
Well, we go back to the lifts, really, because there are more people going in the lifts. We have noticed that they are more inclined to push the doors or push the button for the doors and not keep them open for other people to come in. I think it's just come down to the fact that people have become selfish again, and they're not prepared to move over. We've had a number of instances that we've either it's happened to us or we've seen it happen to other people, where the doors have opened, people have tried to get in, and there has been room in the lift, and the people inside have just pushed the button and not let them in.
Yeah, the other thing I've noticed that people are generally more rude on this cruise than they have been on the other 3 we've done so far. It's a strange feeling. There are a number of individuals on this cruise who will not wear a face mask, and it's the same people all the time, and whenever you see them in the corridors, they do not have a face mask on.
I know that in right at the beginning of the cruise, you did actually very politely challenge somebody who walked into the lift with their mask hanging down from one side, and you just reminded them that it had slipped. And she actually quite happily turned around and said, "I've taken it off."
On the first night, we went to the theatre and saw the first of the headliners' shows. What did you think about that particular one? Because we haven't seen it before, have we?
No, it was called Horizon. I can see why it was on the first night. The performances were top class, the singing was excellent, the dancing was excellent, the show was strange. Didn't get it, didn't understand it. It seemed very disjointed and no common current theme to it. But the performances were excellent.
So we couldn't work out why it was called Horizon.
We couldn't work out why it was called Horizon, and couldn't really work out what was going on at all, because it seemed to jump from one thing to another with no theme or anything through it. And then at the end there was this big James Bond set, which was really, really good, but by that time you're sort of left scratching your head wondering what the hell was going on. Lindsay, so our first night on board we actually ate in the Epicurean. How did you find it?
Well, it was very good. We did that the first night because we hadn't done it on Iona. We knew that we were coming back on here, and it was the same menu, so we thought we'd wait until we got on Britannia. We had a very nice evening, very good wait staff, lovely food, very nice atmosphere, and had a lovely meal.
I thought it was nice that when we arrived, the restaurant manager and some of his staff actually recognised us from when we were on at the end of June. It just makes you feel, it gives you a warm feeling, doesn't it? And they're really good, the staff.
Yeah, that's right. And it wasn't anything particularly obvious. It was because they were staying polite to everybody, but it was the look of recognition or fear, but it made it nice. It's like almost like coming home, not quite because that's Aurora, but it was very welcoming.
The other evening we went to the theatre and saw a new headliners show to us, Once Upon a Time. Could you sort of do a quick resume of it and say whether you enjoyed it or not?
Well, I think it's going to be divisive. I think a lot of people will either love it or hate it. As it kind of indicates, there is a pantomime element to it.
Oh no, there isn't.
Oh yes, there is. Just a hint of a pantomime feel, and it's got lots of different costumes and special effects. I won't spoil the surprise because some of those were really, really funny. Overall, I think we both enjoyed it, and certainly to the extent that we were sorely tempted to go back and see it a second time on the same night. Partly to do with the performance and partly to do with the production.
Yeah, I think it was a wonderful show. Thoroughly enjoyed it myself, and would definitely be happy to watch it again on other cruises. Well done, P&O. First class show, in our opinion.
Yes, in our opinion.
So Lindsay, throughout the cruise we've been playing a lot of deck sports, both shuffleboard and quoits. And
Yes.
How do you think your form has been on this cruise?
Iffy.
Iffy, I would say that you've been fantastic at quoits.
Yeah, I've been reasonably successful at beating you in coins. Shuffleboard was just awful, but then it was often disturbed by people walking through the court.
Yeah, it's a slight issue that the entrance to the children's area, you have to walk down over the courts, and when people push their sunbeds half over the courts and spread them out when the sun's shining, it does make access for the mums and dads to that area quite difficult. And also, it's a dead end, it's the only place you can go to, and yet a lot of people go down there when they're exploring the ship, turn around and come straight back again. So yeah, but No, I think shuffleboard has been excellent on this cruise.
Only because you've been winning.
I thoroughly enjoyed it, and this morning points was very good as well.
Because you were winning.
Yes.
Again, I blame that on the captain.
Why?
Well, because the sea's a little bit wobbly today, and I wasn't quite on balance.
You weren't on balance?
No.
What, you were feeling a bit wonky?
Yeah.
Nothing,
Wonky for years.
nothing to do with the Long Beach iced tea you had last time?
Oh no, I slept that off.
Oh, you slept that off. Okay, fair enough. If you've enjoyed listening to our banter on the balcony and would like to see more of our content, including ship tours, food reviews and visits to ports of call, please subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any future releases. And thank you for watching.